Hello and welcome to our next video designed to help our families and their children here at Hoole Church of England Primary School. This video is all about developing our fine motor skills, which is a progression from our previous video where we looked mainly at gross motor skills. So fine motor skills, they are, as you would imagine, leading on from all the arm pivots that we were talking about, shoulder, the elbow and the wrist, down to the wrist and the fingers. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the technicalities of building up muscle strength and ligaments and all of the development of the structure of the hands. What I'm going to do today is look at the activities that promote fine motor skills with things that you can use from around the house. And the best thing about fine motor skills, I always find, is that children can do it independently. So once you've got a little activity set up for them, it takes 2 minutes, things from around the house you can gather together, they'll develop their fine motor skills independently, so they can do it all by themselves. So busy parents at home at the moment, I'm hoping this video will be really useful for you. Once your little one starts here at Hoole, we quickly assess to see where they are at. And every child is different. We look to see where they've got strengths, where they might have some weaknesses, and also then we look at those activities that we can plan for the children to make sure that they build a strong breadth of fine motor skills to enable them and equip them with the best possible strength to form that tripod grip, to be able to form recognisable letters, to be able to do up their own coat, to be able to cut their food, all those things that help your child become as independent as possible. So I've broken up our fine motor skills into some categories. Now these categories are key for those things that you can have ready and about the house, so you can draw on them each day. I like to do a routine of these on my fiddly fingers table in school. So on Monday I might have malleable, Tuesday I might have a pinching activity, Wednesday I might have a threading activity, a squeezing activity, a grasping activity, and I make sure I've got those skills out every single day. So the first category we're going to look at is malleable. Things like Play-Doh are ideal for this. Get the children standing up so they don't have weak wrists, they get nice strong wrists pushing into the table. And I would say you can use things like dough disco, have lots of different implements around. Play-Doh really does tick every box in those fine motor skills. Obviously, Play-Doh is very malleable, so if you want a real good finger workout, you can always move on to less malleable things like plasticine. And don't forget to experiment with malleable. Obviously, you can use other things like we've got kinetic sand here. That's great. It's lovely sensory experience as well. You can make moon dough, cloud dough, all different sorts of things to really explore those textures and keep the children's little fingers and arms and wrists working out. So the next category is grasping, and this is so simple to set up. All you need is some old bottles. Give them a good wash out, and then the children can undo, tip and pour. It's a great one in the bath as well to make potions. Really get that grasping strength. Again, an empty spray bottle is used here. We always have one by our chalkboard, just filled with water. And again, you can see that real grasping, squeezing strength. A brilliant little workout from a bit of recycling. Now this is a super simple one to set up. Just hammer the nails in a tiny bit of the way, give them a child's hammer, great for hand-eye coordination and strength. So we're on to our next category now, which is threading. So as you'd imagine, it's threading various items. So you can start off with larger items with cord, till they build up their strength and their coordination there. And again, move on to smaller beads, smaller thread. When they find that easy, you can also use things like pasta. It's brilliant. You can build up with the pasta as well. You can put on some numbers on the pasta. So you can order 1 to 10 as you're threading, or you can build simple words like write C, an A and a T on some pasta and get them to word build it, blending those sounds. K, at. Really simple. Make pasta necklaces. You can obviously paint the pasta as well. So really simple, pasta and some string. Great threading activities. Now, obviously, if they really enjoy threading, I've just started with my little girl here to teach her how to sew. So she's got a really simple sewing set. You can see she's making some little hand puppets here. So we're moving on to our next category, and that's pinching. So all you need for these activities are just some Cheerios. We've got a cocktail stick pushed into some plasticine, and we're against the clock here, 30 seconds to fill that cocktail stick as quickly as you can. Now you can make it even harder with this one. You can use a kebab stick and give them a minute to see if they can fill it. A great game to play and super simple. Next game, we're going to be using some tweezers and tweezing the pom-poms from one dish to the other, again against the timer. And it adds to the fun. We love playing this one. So again, we set it for about a minute to get those pom-poms over to the other bowl, and we're counting them out as we go. And next activity we've got is making our own bird feeder. So you can see here, really simple. We're using the Cheerios again and a pipe cleaner. Now, pegs are a brilliant resource you've all got at home. Now, all I've done here is just put the numbers 1 to 10, made a little washing line, and then you can put those pegs on in order. So the next category we are looking at are scissor skills. So you can use Play-Doh scissors here, cutting up Play-Doh. It's a great way of getting that action. Moving on to child safety scissors. Now, if they're finding this a bit easy, the next step I always go on to is things like cutting up straws, strips which are really easy to cut through. And we can make something like a hedgehog using the Play-Doh. Lots of fun. And then when your child's ready, you can move on to cutting into paper. So I do this a lot. We draw out a pattern, we stick one end to the table on a big long strip, and we follow that pattern with our scissors. Great fun. Now, this is possibly the simplest category because I've put in cooking, something we have to do every day for our little ones at home, and there's so many opportunities to develop our fine motor skills, not just cutting up vegetables, but squeezing the tomato puree, even learning how to use a tin opener. All of those skills are brilliant for our fine motor and also help us when we're at home and we are so busy at the moment. So the final category is assembling. Now, assembling can be whatever you've got in the house. We tend to use things like our marble run. That's a firm favourite in our house, and also Lego. We've always got some Lego out, and the children, when they're playing with Lego, really build up that strength in their hands. I really hope you found this video useful, and if you have, please don't forget to like and subscribe our Hoole Church of England Primary School YouTube channel, and you'll receive a notification the next time our video goes live. If you have any questions about anything you've seen in the video today, please don't forget you can contact your child's class teacher, and also you can email us at reception@hoole.cheshire.sch.uk, and we'll get back to you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.